buys and so you can share the social media.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was about to tell him. I said, I know, I mean, him telling his story, Rudy, your story about your brother, which I didn't know. I mean, I had my uncle Rod pass a year ago with the thyroid cancer, and I mean, he took his life in less than 2 months, and it was just
Mm.
horrible
I
experience
lost
for
my
my
grandpa
family.
cancer years ago. He got like he beat it the first time, then it came back, and that's part of the reason why I always shave my head.
Hmm.
Is my like me and my uncle Mark, we both shaved our heads when he got sick, so that's why I always shave my head a lot.
That's why I shave my balls, so that way, I support the testicular cancer.
Yeah.
I hope we're not live.
We're live.
Oh, Jesus Christ, fucker.
For his
That was a
podcast.
cool interview. Like, way to.
Yeah. Well, I want him to jump back on just so he can say his final thoughts, man.
Yeah, so sorry to everybody that's listening, watching. That's why we do this show live every Thursday. But yeah, definitely some great conversations, hearing the story. And the guy's a fighter, man. Like, he's out there competing. What do you say? He's 43 years old, still fighting. He's cancer free. He's doing better, but still out there fighting, man. So all the respect to him. And also raising awareness and just knowledgeable about it. I mean, people that go through it, that survive it, the family members, everybody gets affected. And for him to have his
Mm-hmm.
parents cancer. So that hits home to me. It's happened in my family too as well.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I was just about to share, what happened with my grandmother, stepmother, and also my uncle Rod from a year ago. So
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I'll also have I'm gonna try to see if he has like a flyer or a banner of some sort or a logo so that way I can put it onto the website and have a direct link so that way people can go and donate. I'm gonna donate for sure. So um yeah, it's cancer hits home too, man. It hits all of us. We all
Yeah.
been through it with our families, and it's a disease
Cancer
that
sucks.
just sucks. Cancer
yeah,
fucking sucks.
It does.
It
It fucking
sucks
sucks.
ass.
yeah.
So hopefully Bob can jump on for at least another 5 minutes. Yeah, we'll share it, man.
That was an amazing guest, Rudy. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sweet.
Before we get to USC London picks, predictions, poster grade, I think it's time for that portion of the show.
Yes.
What portion?
The outside.
Outside the Cage
I got
News.
some shit to say.
Every single week. I mean, geez, like, I don't know. We're constantly. It's usually Connor, it's Jones, Sean Strickland's been heavy in the media and the news, and that's where we're going to start this off with. Is it's pretty much official that Israel Adesanya is fighting Sean Strickland, right, in Sydney.
It is.
That is hilarious.
Wait,
It
hey,
really is, though.
we called for it on the show last week. I mean, I didn't know Duplessis was dealing with some sort of injury that's going to keep him
No, me
shelved for a
neither.
while, but honestly, he can wait. I think he's going to have to just sit on the sidelines for a little bit. do his homework and maybe a little bit. It was too soon, and it's not the opportunity now, but it is Sean Strickland's opportunity, and that motherfucker's gonna seize that shit. So
he has the opportunity to shock the world, doesn't he? He really could shock the world. He really could go in there and shock everyone and just beat Izzy.
Well, this guy never. This guy doesn't train. His training is fighting inside the fucking cage.
Yeah, I mean, the pay will be. He discussed something about the pay better be right, but I'm pretty sure Dana White's going to take care of him. The matchmakers will indeed reward. I mean, the build up to the fight. I mean, there's so much trash talking going on. I heard of Sean Strickland almost kicking like Kevin Lee's brother's ass in the gym last week, and like week in and week out, Strickland's just. I mean, we need more people like Sean Strickland these days. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of shit he says is crazy. Like people might disagree with it and hate and say whatever their opinion, whatever. People hate that the sky is blue, but Sean Strickland. No, but Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you did, David.
Yep. Dude, I was totally agreed that Sean Strickland was gonna get the next title shot if Duplessis wasn't gonna be able to. I even had that conversation with a patient.
We all did, after that win. You know what I mean? Especially after like the cringy after fight shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think he played his cards very well because I think Sean taking that fight, this last bout against that up and coming killer, he knew that he was better than him. Honestly, I've heard it on his podcast. Like he knew that was a fight. Yeah, and I think the guy is a tough customer, but Sean went out there and just like, all right, the UFC's going to pay me flat pay. It wasn't no show and win, so that would play into him taking the fight. So the UFC's taking care of Sean Strickland, regardless of the the antics, the crazy shit that he says, because he's just a realist, man. Like I think he said that payday that he got his last fight, it would buy a lot of trailers. You know what I mean? Because I know he always talks about he's trailer trash and all that shit. But
damn, man, I just realized my mic wasn't working, but I got it working again. Dude, going live sucks sometimes, man.
The question is, do you think Izzy's gonna be too like hung up on DDP, or do you think he's actually gonna be able to concentrate on Strickland?
Well, they still have I mean, when the fight does happen in Sydney, I'm pretty sure Duplessis will be there, and he could probably have his moment where he jumps into the cage and goes on some rant too as well and build it up even more. Say Izzy wins, though. That's if Izzy wins, which I mean, that's
a big if, honestly.
Well,
big if. You never know, bro. You know, the fact is, I think Izzy may be could be overlooking this cat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, easy.
I think he is. I just want to see it happen. I want to see it happen so bad now.
And the best thing about it too is on this show you will hear more of Rudy Lara's Sean Strickland voice. So that's a big.
I was surprised when they told me I was gonna win, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it." But you got to pay me a little more. You got to pay me a little more, otherwise you're not gonna hear me say some outrageous bullshit.
Dude, if you close your eyes and you hear Rudy's, it's Sean Strickland. We have him on the show.
Well, if you close your eyes, don't be surprised if you find a big, hairy set of balls on your face when you open them.
Hey, we need to send a clip of Rudy's impersonation to Sean, and then just tell him, all right, Sean, we need to get you on before the Izzy fight, and we'll break it all down. We'll go Zapruder style, Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I think Sean would say yes. He seems like that type of fighter and that type of guy that's
we need to have him and Don Fry on.
Oh, dude.
That's how it would just sound like father and son talking.
Like, hey, what are you doing?
Got the raspy old man voice.
Got that raspy. That's smokers.
Yeah, that smoker voice. Yeah.
The smokers.
You know, when I'm not in the gym training, you know, I'm out smoking packs of cigarettes every fucking day because that's what men do.
The full pack inside the mouth.
Full pack. I'm not a pussy. I do the carton.
Yeah. See, and I think though the MMA world, like media and all that, this is a gem that Strickland does get the fight. You know what I mean? Because like, given the cringy shit that Izzy pulled, people are not really. I don't know. People like Izzy said that people are still reacting. Any publicity is good publicity, but Izzy's the champ, man. Like one of the greatest to ever do it. Sean Strickland's gonna step in there and go out on his shield in Sydney in Izzy's backyard in a couple of months, and it's an epic fight, man. I love that it gave Sean the opportunity. Moving on outside the cage news, we were waiting. In fact, we were calling these fights to be announced. We know they do the War Room stuff or Dana White on Tuesdays, so a lot of times the fights get announced on Wednesdays. That's why we do the show on Thursday. Everything unfolds, all the news comes out. The Abu Dhabi card, we finally know that Charlie Olives is getting the rematch against Islam.
Called it again.
I mean, I don't think it's too quick of a turnaround. I mean,
called the Kamzat one too, bro.
Yeah, well, that's right. Kamzat Chimaev against Costa. They actually like just re-swapped their opponents, right? Because what's his name? Aliskerov.
Yeah, Aliskerov.
Aliskerov was supposed to fight Costa this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep. Or was it next weekend?
No, they swapped out.
It was next weekend.
Costa was supposed to fight next week on the 291 card. So, but yeah, they had some type of secret plan, UFC behind the scenes, to make sure that they get that Chimaev Costa fight. Because I mean, secret juice, right? The secret juice is going to be running through their veins. You know what I mean, like,
bro? And we all know what that secret juice is. We all know what
I'm
it is.
just glad. I mean, still given the
it's Vitor Belfort's sweat, ball sweat to be exact.
The balls.
See, I mean, we're still a bit far out from the card, but in my opinion, I don't believe the fight with Costa and Chimaev is happening until they walk out to the cage. Leave it out there.
I think that's what I'm gonna say too. Until they fucking slam that door and lock those fuckers in there, then we know it's actually gonna happen.
Yeah, and I think I don't know what the other fight that they could add that's probably necessary is the Mir Albazi fight with Pantoja. I mean, Pantoja just went through a war with Moreno, but I don't know if he's trying to get back in there. But I know Mir Albazi is probably the next guy in line. I kind of expect that fight to be added. But yeah, they did add, like I said, Makachev, Oliveira, Costa, Chimaev, and Imavov, who's a tough customer. He's fighting Alex. And it's just nothing but guys with last names ending in V. You know what I mean? So Albazi, I think that, I don't know, they may do. I mean, who else does he fight? He pretty much, like, Kai France has got a fight booked, you know. So
yeah,
Brandon Royval, like, I don't know if they do Brandon Royval Albazi, but
I don't know, man. You think Brandon Royval should have that opportunity?
Yeah, well, he was supposed to step in the cage to do a face-off with Pantoja, but Izzy ruined it.
Right.
Yeah.
So Royval is in the queue at the top. So I don't know if they do the Albazi fight just as a number one outright contender fight, because I think Albazi and he had a controversial win last time with Cara France. So I don't know. That just makes the 125 division that much more interesting, because I mean, Pantoja, man, he had to wait for 3 years to become the champ, and he beat one of the best fucking fighters ever in that division, Brandon Moreno.
3 years, way too long.
And I think what was I going to mention to you guys? Is the Davidson Figueiredo Dominic Cruz fight real? Because I heard that fight is announced or it's out there.
I think it's just out there. It hasn't been official.
That's a dangerous fight for Dominic Cruz, but I mean, it's a very Dominic Cruz fight. Like, Dominic doesn't duck the GOAT. I mean, he is the GOAT. Like, originally was the GOAT at bantamweight, but for him to go out there and just take on Davidson Figueiredo, you know what I mean, at the age that he's at, I mean, geez, it's an amazing fight. I hope it gets announced soon. Maybe on the card in Abu Dhabi. And that Abu Dhabi card is October 21st, and there's still plenty of fights to be added. So,
Oh, yeah.
But moving on outside the cage news, a card that's losing fights and finally got a main event solidified. I know Rob Font stepping up to the plate to fight Corey Sandhagen, but UFC Nashville, a bit snake bitten. We heard about Steve Garcia, our boy. He had to withdraw. They're losing fights left and right. But what do you guys think about that Rob Font step up? I mean, I know Jarrett's probably loving it. Tyler probably loves it because Rob Font's a gamer, but somewhat of a dangerous fight for Sandhagen, or maybe easy work. I don't know.
I don't know about easy work.
Easy work
for either of them. Nah, I think it's going to be a competitive. I think it's going to be a very competitive fight. Rob Font is just a G in there, man. Sandhagen just drops bombs, so it's going to be a very good fight. It's yeah.
I'm with Rudy. Easy work, Sandhagen.
Hey, so our guest let me know he won't be able to jump back on, so
okay.
Shout out to John McCaffrey for joining us again. You couldn't hear me earlier, but you can follow him on Twitter at Bob Carson MMA. Like I said, he's been in the game for a real long time. We're gonna have him back on the show.
Yeah,
hopefully
we
I'll
definitely do.
Everything sorted out with my computer. I want to get in depth more about him. You know, he told us a lot about what he's doing and his foundation. So we want to talk to him more about, you know, his experiences in the fight game. So
yeah, for sure.
Thank you again for joining us tonight, John. It was an honor having you on.
Yep.
Well, moving on from snake bitten cards to, man, we haven't heard anything about Cain Velasquez, but I heard a recent podcast about people close to him, including Josh Thompson, who's at AK, that Cain's looking like a killer, and there might be that itch to possibly make a little comeback, maybe if it's a one-off. What do you guys think of that?
Everybody's coming back. Cain's coming back. Ronda Rousey's coming back. I mean, Vitor Belfort's coming back.
Rampage wants to come back.
Rampage is coming back.
We're going back to 2013, boy.
Tank Abbott is coming
Randy
back.
Couture wants to come back.
Travis Tritt hair, Tank Abbott. What did you say his hair looked like, dude?
Oh, no, Tank Abbott looks like Mick Foley.
He looked like Mick Foley, bro. He's got that weird, I don't know, that picture I sent you guys was hilarious.
I thought it was
Ken Shamrock. He texted me and he wants to come back.
Yeah, UFC 300 will be like 20 fights. It'll be like old school, old generation legends, like on the prelim, and then like all the title fights on the main card. Like every
what they
belt.
need to do
UFC
at 300 is do a fucking Royal Rumble.
They should use like I don't know. The UFC hasn't gone back to it, but when was it? Like the last time they did it, was it UFC 200 for the yellow mat? That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a yellow mat.
They need to start switching it up a little bit.
Mat.
Yeah, they could do gold. I mean, but yeah, they've gone back to that one. Like they don't really change shit up about that. Like, but yeah, that was epic. I think that was when Cormier fought Anderson Silva.
You know what would be epic is if they went like a tournament format again.
One night
like
tournament.
maybe if they did it, you know, once a year. You know what I'm saying? End of the year to bring it on, man.
Well,
like a one night tournament.
They are celebrating the 30 year, so why not?
Yeah, and the time of it for tournament style, like I know that's not the UFC's forte, but the 205 division, man, could they do a tournament right now?
I mean, and they could even do a tournament with the, you know, their Dana White Contender Series winners. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that would just make it. Oh, and the Ultimate Fighter winners. You know what I'm saying? That would just make it super fucking interesting.
Dude, all the winners of the Tough against all the winners of Dana White Contenders. Put them all together and fight each other. Dude.
There you go.
And only one guy on Connor's team so far, so
yeah,
he's 1-8.
They avoided the sweep.
Yeah, they finally got one. Yeah. No, the Henry Cejudo meme was gold that he posted. Was it today? And it was Connor, how he was running or chasing around. He's like, Connor's coke dealer was outside and he had to run to him or something. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, dude. He was like at a funeral or some shit, right?
Yeah. But that's another story though. He's just.
Oh, that was a different one, right?
Yeah.
Connor's all up in the news, dude, and for all the wrong reasons, you know.
Yeah, he is.
I want to see fight news, man. There's been rumors about Nate Diaz coming back into the cage after he gets done with this Jake Paul bullshit. And if he does, I think the only fight that makes sense to anybody is him Him and Connor. I don't want to see Connor fight anybody else, man. I wanted to see him fight Chandler, but that shit's not going to happen. And
No.
you know, I just
Poor Chandler.
I hope they do Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor in Abu Dhabi. That would be legit. But
Ooh. Yeah, but do you think Connor is not? He's going to be begging to be the main event.
nah, but they won't give it to him. I mean,
They won't give it to him.
What the fuck has Connor done?
Nothing. He
You
used
know,
to be.
and could they get him? Dude, he needs to he needs to get in the USADA testing pool. So I don't see it happening any other way. It's like you either you take it or leave it, or you're gonna have to wait. And if they have to wait, it'll probably happen sometime next year in the summer. But I'm still down to see it.
They're waiting for UFC 300. It's pretty obvious. Timetable of it works out. Nate Diaz is probably fighting Jake Paul. Hopefully,
imagine that, bro. UFC 300 for fight number 3. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And have like Chuck Norris, the special guest referee.
Chuck Norris doesn't special guest referee, okay?
Hey, we're talking
about special guest
bringing...
referee. No,
we're talking about people coming back. Like, bring back Mario Yamasaki. Bring his ass back too.
Oh, dude, no, man. We would definitely see somebody die in the cage.
No, bring him in Abu Dhabi, dude.
Dude, Mario Yamasaki.
Yeah, they'll allow it over there.
Like, do you guys want to see somebody die in the cage? Put him as a ref.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
No,
yes, please.
Speaking of the Nate Diaz situation, though, like I heard Jake on a podcast saying that he offered Nate the $10 million offer to fight him in PFL. See, so Nate's out there just trying to make the most money he possibly can. It's probably not going to be in the UFC. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, the Conor fight, we all want to see it, but Nate's looking to make that money, and fighters that are making money are not making it in the UFC. And hashtag Francis Ngannou, which I was going to get to next, with the Tyson Fury deal, there's a rematch clause. So if some crazy reason, we said it last week, say Francis goes out there, shocks the world, knocks out the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time, the fight's even bigger and even bigger money.
Yep.
He's got a puncher's chance, but I think he's got more than a puncher's chance. And say Fury, it does go against his record. And it's not a Floyd Mayweather exhibition, obviously. But yeah, the fight's real. People are going to hate on it. Like, there's tons of hate towards it. But Francis is cashing in. And we should have seen this all coming. There was never no
people hate on it.
Yeah, well.
I don't hate on it. I mean, I'm not a fan of Francis, but, you know, I respect the dude's hustle and making that money. I would have much rather seen him fight Deontay Wilder, someone who would probably go in there and go toe-to-toe with him. Tyson is just going to do what he does, man, and box your ass. And box your ass until you're on the canvas, or he's going to win by decision. But, you know, we've seen Ngannou gas out. You really think he's going to be able to go 12 fucking rounds with this guy? Even if it's 10?
No.
Like, hell no, bro. Hell fucking no.
Hey, we're talking boxing here. Fury could let him ride for 12 and make it close. It's a draw. They run it back for $50 million. Boxing.
Dude.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm calling it right here. This far out. Remember this shit.
Fuck.
But moving on, you mentioned Rampage earlier, Mark. Did you guys hear his interview? Or
he wants to make his comeback, and he wants it to be against titties.
No, but he said he don't give a rat's ass about the UFC.
Yeah, but the Hall of Fame. But I don't think he needs it. I don't think he needs it to validate his career.
Yeah, he doesn't come with the pension as well either, though. That's a good point.
When I think about Rampage, I think about pride.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. And affliction.
Think about that big ass slam. I think about his crazy fights and pride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Everybody's coming back. Bring them all back. Fuck it. I'm in. UFC 300 will be 27 fights deep, you know?
Yeah, and it starts at fucking 6 a.m.
And it'll be $189 via ESPN Plus package too. So, yeah.
Jesus.
Probably.
But speaking of UFC, I just mentioned fighters release, where I was talking about fighters on their last bout. Fighter roster watch, Robbie Lawler has been removed. We know he retired. So that's a given. Blagoy Ivanov, I called it. I said he's going to be the PFL champ. They need bodies over there. Half their roster popped. Blagoy Ivanov in PFL. And Rudy's favorite fighter, Damir Ismagulov. The Patty Pimlet haircut didn't work. He's out of the UFC.
Knew it. Bummer, dude.
Man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Let's see, Mark. Was there something you want to mention too? You had some notes or for outside the cage news?
Oh,
No,
Gary got
and
it.
my favorite fighter, for the record, is Junior Albini. So remember that shit.
Hey, David, what's this Sandia Lab witness metal heal itself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what the hell's that?
Very important stuff, groundbreaking. I mean, if people don't know out there that the Sandia Labs in Albuquerque, New Mexico have like some of
Yeah.
the most tech, like there's shit that I know that's there that I probably shouldn't know. But I heard recently
Yep.
that there is a piece of platinum or a piece of metal recently where they observed it heal itself. Like basically, what's the shit that T1000 is made of, Rudy, on Terminator? Like that type of shit.
Are you serious?
That's some Wolverine
Yeah.
type shit.
Nah, man.
No,
they need to
they-
stop that shit right now. Where is this,
They,
dude?
Yo, what the hell is going on?
Sandia Labs is about 45 to 50 minutes where I
Okay,
live.
well, we need to go and take care of this shit now, bro. Now.
They actually,
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was sent from the future and warned about this, and now I know what I have to do. Let's go now.
You thought
Yeah,
Intel was up to some no good. No, Sandia Labs. Now
Yeah.
that is like another step to the millionth of what Intel does.
Yeah, according to a report, says a team from Sandia Labs and Texas A&M University was testing the resilience of metal using a specialized transmission electron microscope technique that's used to pull the ends of metal 200 times every second. Then they observed the self-healing at an ultra small scale in a 40 nanometer thick piece of platinum suspended in a vacuum. Is how it's described. So, oh man, Sandia Labs. I mean, yeah, they have
dude.
they have they have a machine there that's a black hole, just so you guys know,
Yeah.
everybody. It's
They
called
have
the
a
Z.
black hole machine.
If you look it up, it's called the Z machine. It
I
exists.
think
Z
I've
machine.
seen this episode on The Simpsons years ago.
Simpsons are predicting everything these days. But I've seen it in tons of different headlines, but of course here in the New Mexico News on KOAT. So yeah, man, Sandia Labs. Yeah, they talk about Rudy. You talk about the CERN particle accelerator. I think Sandia is a little bit more. That's something
More
we need to-
advanced.
More advanced
Yeah,
than the
dude.
CERN particle accelerator? I don't think so, bro. They may be doing
Yeah,
some
dude.
off the wall shit, but the people at
They have a
CERN,
black hole.
the people at CERN, yeah, are creating black holes and bringing fucking demons and obscuring our dimension with another one. So they
I feel
ain't
you,
got
man.
shit on CERN. They might even
Yeah,
be
man.
working with them, bro. I mean, who's to say that
They could be. They
the
could
demons
be.
that they released from CERN, that came over from another dimension aren't working at Sandia Labs right now, making
No,
metal
but-
that's gonna fucking kill us all.
But Sandia Labs is basically like the Ark, in my opinion, like Doom. That's what that place is.
Well,
Yep.
it needs to be destroyed, man. I'm not calling for violence, but you know what? We got to
Seek and
storm.
destroy.
We got to storm Sandia Labs. They can't stop us all.
Based on-
Dude,
Well,
Albuquerque Sandia Labs is a trip. They even tried to hire me to work there in their clinic. I was like, fuck no. You think I'm gonna go work and then try to, heal
they're gonna abduct your
and
ass,
draw
bro.
blood from some fucking alien?
No
yeah,
thanks.
alien blood. Yeah. Yeah, Rob, you'd have to deal with the men in black following you the rest of your life. So.
Oh, for sure, bro. I have to sign an NDA
Watch
if I
out
go
for
work
Will
there.
Smith, you'll smack you.
I don't want to know about Sandia Labs.
No, me
Dude.
neither. Seriously, what the hell? Keep
Go,
that shit down
yeah.
there. Keep that shit down there away from Canada, okay?
Well, of course, need not worry. We have John Jones and Jackson Wink Gym nearby to start the first line of defense. So
Yep.
John Jones will save the fucking world one of these days. So,
Yeah, the Coke line of defense.
but
Oh my god.
that's very proper to conclude the outside the cage news because that's
Yes.
very outside the cage news. And yeah, look it up, read about it. It's pretty wicked and yeah,
The shit
Terminator.
we get into on this show, though.
I know, right?
We went from MMA to like some crazy freaking lab shit.
Well,
I can wait for
You
the new
know-
show now.
Look, sitting ringside is evolving, and
is.
sitting ringside is not just about combat sports anymore.
No, it's not.
We are going to we're the sitting ringside podcast is going to be a mixture of a lot of things.
Mhm.
Aliens, black holes,
Buttholes.
cancer. I mean, you name it, we're going to be talking about it. If it's in the news, it's in the news. But obviously, you know, we are going to talk about fights, but we are going to bring up some different subjects. So that's just our podcast. We are different from everybody else. And Sandia Labs is a fucking trip.
Nightmare. It's a nightmare, folks. Okay.
Oh,
But
the outside the cage news, dark files are fucking classified. You know what I mean?
Conspiracy facts. All right.
Yes,
On our next episode of
conspiracy
Conspiracy Facts, we're going to talk about Sandia Labs and their attempts to take over humanity using metal.
Yeah. That can
That's
heal
only
itself.
Sandia. No, but that's only that place. We're not even got to Los Alamos, so we'll get to
Oh,
there.
dude, Los Alamos is a fucking other trip.
There's
You remember,
way more
look, folks,
history
you
there.
remember when we saw videos during the COVID pandemic of people supposedly taking the vaccine and then putting fucking spoons and shit on their body and it would stick? You remember that shit?
Yeah.
You remember those well, folks, that was not fake. Sandia Labs co-sponsored it. They're responsible for all this crap. They created the virus and they have the cure, and the cure is turning everybody into a fucking Terminator.
Self-healing metals.
Terminator and Wolverine. style.
YouTube strike, conspiracy,
I know, right?
right? That's too conspiratorial, sir. You're gonna have to
You can't be
remove the
talking
content.
about that shit.
You can't be
fucking
telling the
Sandia.
truth and living in the same city, and the rest of the people don't really know. Like, I don't know. New Mexico's got yeah. On the next episode, that's just a preview. We don't want to let it all out there today, but we do.
Our time is like fucking. We are like out of time, man.
So who you got in the main card? Lerone Murphy, Josh Cooleybow. Let's go. Just run through it. Lerone Murphy, Cooleybow.
Well, the
Hold on.
poster's
Let's
shit,
do the
though.
poster grade. Let's do the poster grade.
Terrible poster, 0.
0.
Minus
I don't
1.
I minus 1.
You know, I'm tired of the whole. They play this. You know, the UK flag way too much on.
They
on these
overdid it.
posters. They always do this with the. You know, every time there's a UK event, they always do that. I mean,
And why do they have themselves on the fucking flag of themselves fighting? We know you can fight. We know these guys are fighters. We don't need to be reminded that they can fight.
I'm gonna give it a rating of an ass. Straight
Yeah.
zero.
Yeah, they just said, fuck it. This is where we're going with.
Straight
Slap it on-
arsehole. That's what it is. Straight bloody arsehole.
And this event is an early start. 10 o'clock Mountain Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know about Pacific and Central Time is. Maybe Rudy can.
Yeah, 11 Central.
9 o'clock our time, New Mexico.
Yeah, so 9
or
o'clock.
10. Yeah.
10.
Yeah, but I mean, it's back to London. I don't know if they sold any tickets since we last discussed it with Marcel, because I think pretty sure the people in the UK are sick of Molly McCann getting ran down their throat again. Aspinall, I'm very interested in seeing him come back. Nathaniel Wood, Andre Feely, Jai Herbert, just about on every England card. You know what I mean? Lerone Murphy's an interesting bout, which I guess we'll start there from the main card. Cooleybow, Murphy. Man, every time I pick against Cooleybow, he fucks me like the Iron Turtle does, and I don't know if I'm gonna pick against him here. I think he's probably a favorite, right? Rudy, is he the favorite?
Nah, man, he is a plus 120 underdog, slight underdog, minus 140 favorite for Lerone Murphy, and that's kind of expected. The Brits are favorites here.
Yeah.
You have almost all the Brits on the main card except for Andre Muniz.
Well,
He's only the Brazilian.
Yeah, he fought a close fight last time against I think it was a last minute fight. Lerone Murphy, I think he lost. It was very close. So he's got to come back looking strong here. He's still an undefeated prospect at 145. So it'd be hard to pick against him here. But yeah, I will lock him in on Tapology, Lerone Murphy. I think he could probably get a finish. But Cooleybow, he kills my picks every time.
Yeah, I'm
picking
going Lerone Murphy.
Cooleybow, bro. I'm picking Cooleybow.
I'm gonna go with Kulaba as well, and everyone is calling Murphy Lauren Murphy.
Lauren?
They're calling him Lauren Murphy.
Huh?
He should be a little bit higher up on the card, but it's okay. Kicking off the mains, I guess, proper too. But the next fight, it's on the main card, of course. Men's lightweight, very out of the realm of relevant rankings. Jai Herbert at 47, Faris Saham 57. I don't care about the fight.
I
I
don't
don't give a
either.
shit about this fight.
I
Perez,
don't either.
Perez
Time
is
to
This-
go get
this-
a drink and a sandwich.
he's a minus
I was gonna say, this
150,
could be
minus
another
155
sandwich fight.
favorite, and plus 135 underdog for Herbert. So, mistaken. Several of the UK boys are not favorites in this event, and Jai Herbert is not one of them. Light underdog here.
Yeah, don't care. Next fight, big time care, and Andre Muniz.
Oh,
and Paul
this should have been like this should have been the fucking
co-main
co-main event.
Co-main.
Yeah, this should have been co-main.
I mean, it is Paul Craig going back down to 185. So
Yeah, the going back down isn't gonna
Like,
be interesting.
bro, what the fuck were you thinking? Not putting this as a co-main and having Meatball versus Stoliarenko. That fight
Isn't
is
Meatball
shit,
coming off a
bro.
loss too? Why is she getting the main event spot just
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
bullshit.
UK?
yeah, they just keep they just want Molly McCann I don't know. That's
But shoving the
ridiculous.
meatballs down her throat, damn it.
I'm surprised Pimblett's not on this card.
Yeah,
You
well,
know
he's
what,
never
so am I.
fighting again. Yeah, he's never fighting. Connor will fight before him.
Wow. That's a statement.
Yeah, but Muniz is an absolute savage. Paul Craig has wins over the current, or he just vacated the title in Jamal Hill. Paul
Mhm.
Craig's one of my favorite fighters in the UFC for a long time. I've never missed a fight. I've had problems picking his fights right, but the guy goes out on his shield. He's either going to go out or he gets taken out in devastating fashion. And I think that's what this fight was made for. It's hard to pick against Muniz, but my boy Paul Craig, Bear Jiu-Jitsu at 185,
Mhm.
knocks him out, man. Finish Paul Craig.
Let's go for Craig.
Craig.
Old Craig.
Yep.
Paul Craig. I would
I'm
go
pretty
for
sure-
Paul Craig.
Old
If he
Craig.
has the Braveheart face paint, it's great. Game over, too. Just keep that.
Oh,
going.
dude.
Yeah.
If that's what he wears at the weigh-ins, bro.
Oh, and just so you know, he's the underdog here, plus 185 underdog, minus 215
Right.
favorite for Muniz. I mean,
Wow.
Muniz could probably finish this dude, but I don't pick against Paul Craig because that dude's a motherfucker.
Mhm.
He's the toughest teacher in the entire world because I think he's a teacher, like full time. Like that's his other profession. So,
Wow.
but moving on to the main card, or moving on the main card, men's featherweight action. I really don't care for this fight a
I
whole
don't give a
lot.
shit either.
Never liked Andre Feely, but I just hope Nathaniel Wood smokes him. I never pick Andre Feely, but they're good.
know,
Their
man.
rankings, it's proper. 20 against 21. It's a very proper fight for the
The
division.
minus 205 favorite for Wood, Andre Feely minus a plus 175 underdog. I'm gonna go with Andre Feely, man. I didn't. I'm with you, bro. I've never really been high on Andre Feely, but his last, showing out, he did great, man. So it looks like he's been improving on a lot of shit. And Nathaniel Wood, that guy just doesn't do anything for me. He's kind of boring.
Yeah, I'm picking Andre Philly, bro.
Yeah, and I think Nathaniel Wood's super tough though. I think the only man that's ever been able to finish him is John Dodson, which I was there to watch in Albuquerque. And since Nathaniel Wood lost to Dodson, he's had a lot of canceled bouts. He's had a lot of tough fights, decisions. He's hard to kill. So Feely's gonna have to take him out because if it goes to decision, Wood. But I'm picking Wood. Feely's always been a hard hitter, and he probably is going to try to go for the finish. The only way he gets Wood out of there, because the finish, I don't know. Wood's only been finished by the GOAT, the bare knuckle GOAT, John Dodson.
Yep.
But co-main event, man, I hate this fight. I absolutely hate it.
Sandwich.
Fucking sandwich fight of the night.
Huge.
I mean, Molly McCann, we know what happens when she gets taken to the ground. Stoliarenko, what's her game plan? He's going to take her down.
Bro,
Take her down and fucking try to submit her.
I'm wondering, how much viewership they're gonna lose, for the main event because of this stupid fucking fight. You're like, how many people are just gonna tune out and then say, "Oh shit, I missed the main event. I was watching this and I got bored." And then next thing I know, the fucking event's over. You know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be, but it's just so fucking dumb, bro. Paul Craig versus Muniz. That That should have been the fucking. I don't know, man. I don't like this
My
fight.
fight
I think
Dude,
it's
I
trash.
bet you money. Once the Paul Craig and Muniz fight is done, ratings are gonna fucking drop hard.
Everybody,
And it's
'Cause
crazy, dude.
nobody's gonna care.
It's
Nobody's
crazy.
gonna give a shit.
Meatball is a minus 350 favorite, plus 260 underdog for Stolyarenko. I'm gonna go for Stolyarenko because
Ah,
fuck the fact that they're always putting McCann on there. Hope she loses.
yeah, put $100 on Stolyarenko to finish her. You know what I mean? Because shit, man, Molly McCann. Well, maybe some crazy elbow. What does she win by spinning lucky like back elbows? That shit ain't gonna happen. But if it does, that's pyramids. But
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
but Stolyarenko all the way for sure. Because this is fight
Fuck yeah.
doesn't deserve a co-main event slot at all. But main event, the return of Tom Aspinall against Marcin Tybura. Tom Aspinall's looking to go out there and showcase a huge win, man, because we know what the heavyweight division is about. It's all about you getting a big finish and you get a title shot. Rankings really don't matter. Marcin Tybura, tough bastard.
Yeah.
I think Tom goes for the kill, though. A very tough fight for him, though. I think maybe third, fourth round, Aspinall maybe get a finish. And he has to have a very great, impressive performance in the matchmaker's eyes to put him in the talks of heavyweight title, because that's where he was previously at before the injury.
Yeah, he was on a nice streak before he got injured. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty interesting fight, to come back to. So let's see where he comes
It'll be a
back.
good fight, man. Minus 450 heavy favorite for Tom.
Wow, that's good.
Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, aspirin balls. And
No, I thought it was Frank Mir from Wish.
Nah, man. No, he
Gaston
looks
from Beauty and the Beast?
like Gaston, bro, from that cartoon. Just look at this big chin motherfucker. And Marcin Tybura is a plus 350 moderate underdog. I mean, he stands a chance, and that chance would be him winning by decision, but it's not very likely at all, man.
Nah.
I think Aspirin Balls is going to go out there and put in that work, man. I mean, he's been off for almost a year now, so he's got to make a statement, and I think he will. I think he gets it done, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and if Tybura wins by decision, sandwich of the night, main event, rare.
Fuck yeah, double back-to-back sandwiches.
Oh. You better make sure you got that order ready from.
I'm telling you,
Jimmy
bro,
John's
you're
or
gonna
from
see a
Subway.
lot of people saying like, "Man, I missed the main event." I just
Oh well.
Should I call it now? This is going to end up being a 2 at the most for a card for a grade.
Ooh, it's gonna. Well,
Oh, dude.
I don't know, man. The Craig Muniz fight might make it
That's
better.
gonna be like the saving grace in the Barberina fight. The Barberina fight, I'm looking forward to. That fight's gonna be fun to watch, I think.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
He's moving up to 185, so he's probably going to be coming in there hefty with some fucking.
I'm excited for Mark Jacasey versus Joel Alvarez, dude.
Oh yeah, that one too as well, Rudy.
El Fenomeno, that dude from Spain. That dude's a motherfucker. He lost his last fight against Sarukian. He got caught, but before that, I mean, that dude was on a tear. Mark Jacasey recently lost as well to Michael Johnson.
Yeah. The first fight of the night is going to be a banger of a fight, though. Hafiafio versus Daniel Barris.
Yeah, there's some okay fights on here, man. But yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't think it's not gonna be very good. I don't think it'll be as good as this last one. Probably be like a 4.
Yeah.
4.
I think a cold hard prediction. Danny Roberts gets knocked out because he always gets knocked out in the UK.
Oh,
his chin is.
That's an odd stat.
Yeah, he's getting knocked the fuck out by the Sluggernaut. Anybody called the Sluggernaut in a Tapology pick like that?
The Sluggernaut?
Johnny Parsons?
Parsons, yeah, the Sluggernaut.
Danny Hot Chocolate Roberts, bro.
Bro, you got a nickname of Hot Chocolate. Your ass is supposed to get knocked out.
And what the fuck? It shows that he's with the Black Zillions. Are they still a thing?
I don't.
Yeah, dude, they came back. They came back. Yeah. Okay. Low key came back.
Oh.
We'll have to talk to Alon Cruz because he trains out of Sanford and he would definitely know. He's probably training.
We'll ask him next. We'll ask him next week. I think the other sandwich of the night fight is going to be the Bruno Brazil versus Shauna Bannon. This is the second fight of the prelims, bro.
So this is guaranteed to be like a 2 sandwich fight night kind of card.
Could be a third.
Might be even more, folks.
3.
So if I was you, I would just buy a cheap pack of some cold cuts and
just buy some cold cuts and buns and cheese and all that, and Have at it, folks.
You're gonna have a
Don't-
ton of sandwiches.
Don't eat dinner because if this card starts early, you're gonna be eating a lot of
Have some brunch.
No, before you eat anything, you better do the Fuck It Friday challenge.
You better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The sandwiches. Whatever Dana's eating, you got to eat it.
Yeah.
And he probably won't even be there anyway. That's a given too, right?
He won't
these
be.
days.
He won't
Nah. He
Yeah.
won't be there.
But it's
I
15
bet you the
fights.
fucking Friday challenge is gonna be some dumb shit like fish and chips dipped in like
Bangers
Cocoa
and
butter.
mash. Bangers and mash or some shit.
Chips.
You
Yeah.
know that's what it's
ranch.
gonna be, bro. You know that's it's
Or
gonna be some.
spotted dick.
We're gonna go with American fish and chips. It's fish and chips dipped in nacho cheese and deep fried and crusted with Cheeto dust.
And then he's gonna go,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it'll be something stupid though. Watch, it'll be
It's gonna
corny
be-
as fuck. Watch,
It's gonna
we'll
be
see
some
what it is.
stupid like English fucking. Oh, we're gonna go with meat pie. Just,
Yeah,
just
it'll be
watch,
I
bro.
know what it's gonna be. I have a weird feeling what it's gonna be, and it's just if I'm right, I'm just gonna laugh my ass off.
It better not be spotted dick.
It's gonna be spotted dick.
Better not be.
it's
Nah.
gonna be Spike.
It's gonna be spotted dick. I know it.
Whatever it is, though, you better be a real fight fan and be ready to cook that shit up on.
You
the
better
spot.
eat that spotted dick, or you're not a real fight fan.
Oh,
And you gotta record it and do it in slow motion.
Yeah. And you got to swallow it whole.
Oh my god.
We're definitely getting banned.
Talking about swallowing spotted dick.
Oh my god. All right, guys. That's the show for tonight. Really do appreciate everybody's support. Fellas, thanks again, man. Always Thursday nights makes it fun from all the fucking stress at work. Shout out to Bob Carson, Rudy's guest.
John
Awesome
McCaffrey.
guy. John McCaffrey. Bob Carson's his stage name. We definitely got to get it back on. We need to get to know a little bit more about him. We know more already about his foundation and what he's doing. So, yeah, definitely look out for all that information at the website and all our social medias. But yeah, awesome show, fellas. David, you know what to do, man.
yes, indeed. Another one in the books. Episode number 181. Fun stuff tonight, guys. From Sandia Labs to our guests. Well, we do it live, of course. So sorry for the hiccup earlier for everybody listening, watching. But to get all of our previous episodes and podcast platform, wherever you get your podcast, look us up. Fight Book MMA, sitting ringside. For all the latest combat sports news around the world, around the clock, go to fightbookmma.com. As always, for myself, Dave Rodriguez, Roberto Villa, the boss, Mark Ambu Miller up north, Rudy Lara, producer at hand. We are sitting ringside. We will catch y'all next week. Enjoy the fights.
Peace.
We out.
Good shit, guys.
This episode. Okay. No, seriously, guys. I think we need to like do our show like this. Just some random shit. Talk about whatever. Some fights, obviously.
Man, it was cool having the guests like just pop in out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly. And then he hit it hard, bro. I was like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
he did.
This dude's like
really,
legit.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and if we do, I guess, I'm down. Whenever we don't have a guest, we can do this format. When we have a guest, we can probably like how Marcel said he likes to